So Shift Up, in their infinite wisdom, decided to put Denuvo not just in the main game, but in the demo. So I tried to install the demo on a few of my computers I have throughout my house, because I have quite a few new, old, and mid-tier computers I want to try the demo on, because I'm interested in seeing how it will run. So, unfortunately, since this demo has Denuvo, I'm now fucking locked out of quite a few of my computers now. My main, my secondary, and I don't know how many other of my computers, because I'm about to find that out in this video. But I did this post right here, kind of overgoing what I'm doing and whatnot, and basically showing proof that Denuvo is a hindrance and does not do anything good for the paying customer. Denuvo never does anything good for the paying customer. Again, this is the demo for Stellar Blade. It's free. There's no way to illegally obtain this free demo. And yet, because the demo has Denuvo, I'm locked out of multiple computers now I own. And of course, on top of that, the demo can only be attained through Steam. So the Denuvo bootlickers, thinking I'm tampering with the demo by downloading it legally through Steam onto my computers I legally own, and the game refusing to launch. And I don't know what else to say for words. Shift Up, I'm going to be upfront with you. You're really stupid for enabling Denuvo, not just in the demo, but in the main game. All it does is punish legitimate people that are paying for this game. I'm going to be punished for playing this game on multiple computers because I want to see how it will run. And again, this is just a demo. What will happen when the full game releases? I'm going to experience the exact same thing all over again that I'm experiencing right now. I'm going to be locked out of all my computers at some point because I have the audacity to try to run the game on multiple computers I own. So with that said, let's actually get this video really underway. And the Denuvo shills, I forget who's the actual Denuvo shill. This guy is definitely not. But this one right here is... You lack critical thinking skills, and it shows. So, with that said, alright, let's start off with my main computer here. It has an i7 12700K, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, clocked at 6000 megatransfers, and an RTX 4080. This is my most powerful, most current, up-to-date desktop I own. I don't need anything newer than this because this does the job just fine. So, I want to play Stellar Blade on this. So, let's go and try and launch it. Interesting. It now finally decides to launch. Even though previously, like what, a couple hours ago, I was getting this error right here. And you know it's from my computer because the background right here matches where the arrow will actually be on my screen. So why Stellar Blade is now finally letting me launch on my main rig is nice, but apparently I was locked out of the game from playing on my main computer now for quite a few hours. So since it's working, let's actually load back into the game. And it is running completely fine, more or less. So with that said, give me a quick sec. Here's the frame rate I'm currently getting with my 4080. To be honest, I should be getting about 150 around 200 with Denuvo removed, but as it currently stands, I have to deal with Denuvo. But at least for the moment, I can run it on my main computer. So with that said, it's now running on the main. Let's try and get running on my secondary. Now for specs of my secondary, it has an i5 12600KF, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, also clocked at 6000 mega transfers, and the GPU on this one is a RTX 3090. So this one's my second best top tier or second best desktop I own. And the reason why I have such relatively decent components in this is because this is going to be my computer for if my main computer shits the bed, I still have something halfway competent so I can just back everything. I can just go back to what I was doing if the main goes bad. So with that said, I got Starblade up and running on my secondary. So let's see what happens when I try to get it up and running, or secondary main. Let's see what happens when I try to get it up and running on my secondary. And go figure, it is still refusing to let me launch it on my secondary computer. Even though, again, there is no way to illegally attain this Stellar Blade demo. The only way you can attain the Stellar Blade demo is through Steam. I legally attained it. I did no illegal anything. And yet, I am being punished as the customer by legally playing this game or this demo. I'm being punished. Why am I being punished to play the game on my secondary? I should be allowed to go from my main to my secondary without any complaints whatsoever, other than maybe Steam saying error on cloud save and whatnot. I should not be punished by Denuvo or being punished in general just by having the audacity to go from one computer to another because I'm interested in seeing how my 3090 will perform playing this game. But obviously, I'm being fucking punished. Unrightfully so. Let's now try my MSI laptop right here. I can't remember respect to this thing off the top of my head, but it's a decent little laptop. It has this i9. I believe this is DDR5. And this for the GPU. The desktop equivalent for the GPU is a 1660 Super. But overall, this is a nice little gaming laptop. I don't use it that often, but I have it for when I want to have that mobile power. So let's see if I can get Stellar Blade to launch on this laptop. I did get it to run on here earlier, so theoretically I shouldn't be being punished on this laptop, but let's see what happens. Because again, I had the audacity to play the demo on my main desktop. I may now be punished on all my other devices now. Why are you doing this? Just play the game. Don't stream. Play the game. God, Steam is stupid. Okay, it looks like I am not being punished on my MSI laptop. I'm able to load it up on the laptop and it just works. So let's let it load in properly again. I really wish that truck outside my window would get a blown head gasket. Alright, and the laptop loads it up completely fine. So I'm able to run it on my main. I am unable to run it on my secondary. I'm getting punished on my secondary. I can run it on my laptop. So let's go on to the next computer. Now on to my third desktop. This one is doubly named the Sea of Thieves computer because name implies I used to play Sea of Thieves. Though for not much longer probably, because it is lo and behold, for those that don't know, infested with cheaters. A lot more closet cheaters than the ones that just show it outright. But either way, it's infested with cheaters and I'm kind of getting tired of it. So with that said, the specs of this one are an i7 11700K, 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, clocked at 3200 megahertz, and a RTX 3080. It's a decently spec'd low desktop even for today. So let's see if I'll be punished for playing the Stellar Blade demo thanks to Denuvo on this computer. So this one's hooked up to my 4K TV, so I'm just going to hit enter on my keyboard and we're going to see what happens. And it looks like I am not going to be punished on my Sea of Thieves computer and I'm able to launch it completely fine. Again, Why must you punish the legitimate buying customer just for 2-3 people that were never going to buy your game in the first place? All Denuvo does is punish the paying customer. We have video evidence of not just Stellar Blade, but other games with Denuvo and all the havoc that piece of crap DRM does to the game. All it does is hurt the paying customer. And the instant Denuvo is removed, all the issues are gone. So, at least with the Thieves computer, I'm not being punished. Hooray! Too bad this computer is meant for Sea of Thieves. I should be able to play Stellar Blade on my secondary computer. And yet, I'm being punished for it. Even though, again, I legally attained it through Steam. There is no way to illegally attain the Stellar Blade demo, you stupid Denuvo bootlickers. With that said, shift up. Remove fucking Denuvo. Denuvo serves no purpose. Remove it. With that said, let's go on to another computer. The next one is a little more interesting. I have a Legion Go. So, as you can see, I also have the Stellar Blade demo on this. I actually was playing Stellar Blade recently on this thing without any issues, and I was doing that yesterday, hence where I was at in the game or in the demo right now. I got to that point on this. So, I know it runs, and I know it was working, though I don't know if it's working now. So, let's see if I'm going to be punished on my Legion Go. It looks like I am not going to be punished on my Legion Go. It's going to launch and run completely fine. Now, performance on this is about 40 or so FPS. I'm running at 800p at medium settings. So, with this right here, this is absolutely one of those moments where Denuvo absolutely needs to be removed. Because I'm fairly certain once Denuvo is removed, I'd be getting a solid 60 on my Legion Go. Now, again, I'm playing at 800p medium settings, but again, I should be getting 60 FPS on my Legion Go. So with that said, here's one of those more just because I can computers. This was a free geek find for $5. It's fairly decently spec'd, and the reason why I got it for $5 is because it was in the bin to be recycled. The original owner broke the screen hinges, and when the screen hinges broke, the screen died, and basically the whole screen housing and everything needed to be replaced. And since my local free geek really doesn't like to repair something like these, we tend to just chuck them when we get them in for recycling. We do try to repair these nice laptops if they're repairable. And technically this one was, but we just lack the manpower and just the funds basically. So unfortunately, something like this just gets recycled. Luckily, I managed to pick it up when I saw it there, got it for $5, and just recently fully repaired it. I still need to get a battery and whatnot for this thing, but for $5, well, technically about like $100 now in total, I saved a very good laptop. So with that said, here's a processor it has. It currently has 16 gigs of RAM. At some point I want to put 32 in here. And the GPU is whatever AMD says it is. So another reason why I want to bring this one up is because I was having logging in issues. It was all my fault in the long term with Steam. So I have played Stellar Blade on this laptop. I get about 35 FPS at 720p potato. It plays, it looks like a potato, but it runs. So since I'm now logged out and I need to re-log back in, I was recently playing it yesterday on this computer. Will I now be punished on this computer because I had the audacity to log out of the account and then now log back in? So I'm going to log into my account and I will come back. All right, took a little bit like it always does. So let's go here. And what I'll do is I'll launch it from Steam itself. So let's see what happens. All right. It is now launching on this laptop relatively fine. And for the giggles, I will show what it looks like and runs like. Again, it's about like 30 or so FPS. This is one of those because I can computers. I know I shouldn't do it, and if I'm going to be actually playing Stellar Blade, will I be playing it on this thing? Heck no. This is just one of those because I can. I like where I live, but I really hate some of the vehicles my neighbors have. They're so annoying. Again, it runs. It's in the 30s and whatnot, but it runs. So I'm not being punished on this little laptop, which out of all the computers to be being punished on, I would kind of expect it to be this one because this one's so old and slow. Well, it's not old, it's just not equipped for the task at hand, but it does run it, and I'm currently not being punished. So here's where things get a little interesting and a little more noisier. I have a 3D printer. Now, to control this 3D printer, I have a computer dedicated for it. This MSI laptop. This was a top-tier gaming laptop from years ago. Give me a second to get the specs up. It has a 6th generation i7, has 24 gigs of, or not 34, 24 gigs of RAM, and a 980M. So this laptop here really isn't equipped to run Stellar Blade, but this was a top tier gaming laptop from years ago, and I like to think it's still semi capable because the requirements are like a 1660 something, and theoretically this thing should be able to play it, though probably about my Ryzen 7 laptop settings, but I've yet to actually try that yet because, well, I've yet to log into Steam. So I'm going to get Steam signed in and I'll come back. Alright, Denuvo bootlickers, I'd like to see you try and chill this one. So, as you can see, I'm currently signed in to my Steam account. I'm going to go to my library. I'm going to go to Stellar Blade. I'm going to go to this device. I'm going to go to download or install. I'm going to hit install. I'm going to go to downloads. I'm going to watch the download speeds of my ancient MSI gaming laptop. So while that does its thing, I might as well give a little bit of backstory on this laptop. So like I mentioned before with the little Ryzen 7, I also got this from my local Free Geek to be for $5. This was going to be recycled also. The reason why this was going to be recycled was because it doesn't support Windows 11. That's the reason why I was in the Gaylord bin. And I'm so happy I saw this in the Gaylord bin when I did. Because when I saw it in there for $5, I plugged it in to make sure it worked. I got myself essentially a damn good laptop for $5. Now, yes, this thing can't play anything really modern. I mean, it can, but it's going to be horrible. But still, this is a near top tier gaming laptop from years ago. And it's in still relatively good-ish condition. The original owner did not take good care of it. I had to constantly clean out crumbs and whatnot on this thing. I did the standard stuff of reapplying thermal paste, cleaning out all the dust and whatnot. At some point, I need to go deeper and like fully clean out this keyboard and whatnot. But for right now, since this is all it's doing, just controlling my 3D printer, it's perfectly fine as is. So with that said, it's currently downloading about 100 megs a second. I got about a gig and 3 already currently downloaded. It will take a little while to download, and since this video's already gone on long enough, and let's be honest, this thing's gonna be in the noise of the video if I keep going any longer, I'll come back when this is done, and I'm going to currently go on killing flies because I got quite a few right now on my leg and they're really annoying. And before the Denuvo simps say, take a shower, boy, you stink, I take a shower every single day. Sometimes I take 2 showers, maybe 3, and that's when I'm mowing the lawns, because I make money doing that. So no, that little wolf joke won't work off me. Denuvo Sims are weird. I don't know what's going to finish first, my 3D printer or this laptop downloading the demo, because wow, this laptop's a little bit slow. Apparently it stopped downloading? Did it just disconnect from the internet? Nope, it's just being slow. Again, this is an old laptop. Now if I really wanted to, I can swap out the wireless card on this thing and get even more performance, but again, I just needed to do 3D printing. The download speeds don't really matter for me, so it's just going to take a while. And for those that don't know and wondering why I'm actually using a gaming laptop to control a 3D printer, well, 3D print software, the slicers, you can think of them as CAD software to an extent. You need a relatively good computer to do CAD work. Now granted, what I'm doing can be done with a fairly low-end computer, but why use a low-end computer when I have what was a top-tier gaming laptop from a couple years ago that's still more than good enough for 3D printing tasks? And theoretically, Stellar Blade demo, if I don't get punished, but let's be honest, I'm going to get punished because I had the audacity to download it on this laptop legally. One eternity later, it's now done downloading. So let's see, am I going to be punished for having the audacity to legally download the game I legally attained through Steam? That, I may add, is a free demo. You can't illegally attain a free demo. Control Alt Delete, give me a sec. Alright, let's see if the computer is doing anything. Well, I got the spinning wheel. And I'm being punished for wanting to legally play my legally attained copy of Stellar Blade demo. Why is Denuvo in the demo? Why is Denuvo even in the game in the first place? And just look at my internet spike every single time I hit retry. It's pinging some shitty server because I had the audacity to play this legally attained copy on another computer. So just for shits and giggles, let's try this. Why do I need internet access for a single player demo game? Why am I being punished for wanting to try the game on different computers I own? Why am I being punished? No one can give me a proper answer because they know deep down this is bullshit. I should not be being punished for trying a demo that's free on multiple different computers I own. Denuvo as a whole should not even be in Stellar Blade in the first place. This video alone proves it. And again, I ain't pirating shit in this video. I've shown everything legally attained, and again, as I stated before and as we all know, you can't illegally attain a free demo of a game. The demo is free for everyone to use. You can never illegally attain a demo. Why am I being punished? Remove Denuvo. Let's end this video on my secondary computer once again. So, as you've seen, I have legally attained each and every single copy of this demo through Steam through legal means, because again, you can't illegally illegally attain a demo for a game that's free for everyone. So, I'm being punished on my MSI laptop. I am more than likely still being punished on my secondary desktop because I have the audacity to try this demo on, again, the multiple rows of computers I own. I haven't even shown all the other computers I got that I want to try this demo on. And apparently I wasn't actually selecting, there we go. Just play it. And would you look at that, I am still being punished for wanting to play this demo on my secondary computer. I should be allowed to play this demo on my computer no matter what. And yet I am being punished because I have the audacity to download the demo onto my secondary computer. Fucking remove Denuvo.